What is up, Nuggets? It's your boy, Killer Pizza, here with a brand new video for all you rascals and rapscallions out there. Now, first of all, I can't say it enough. Thanks for all the support, everybody, when I was down with COVID. It was really rough, and I am actually feeling 100% again. So, very nice. So, nice to be back on my grind, back to work, back to making these videos and everything. So, today we're going to do a movie collection update, everything I've collected over the last month or so. So, let's get right into it. Now, this is what you might have seen in my last video. I went to some kind of retro shop out in Burton. You can check out my last video. I went with Nick Baker. It was a lot of fun. And though this case is pretty damaged and I don't like that, I got the complete Omen collection for under $10. And I know this isn't the Scream Factory release, but that's actually why I kind of like it more, because I'm kind of a prude with movies. You can see I don't have much space on my shelf. You'll find anybody who's new at collecting, you'll run into that problem eventually. No more room. And when it comes to like box sets, I only kind of want to collect the ones for the movies I really, really like Friday the 13th, of course. It's taking up so much space. And though I love the Omen movies, not enough to have, a case like that big on my shelf, So I'm glad to have this. The next, I'm going to show you another one just because I wanted to kind of explain something I said in the last video. I picked up Species for, I believe, $4 or $5, but this is a little tip for anybody that's getting into collecting. This was the case it came in. It's got the tag on it, on the back, this steel in here, and it's just really worn. People have been touching this, and with COVID, and everything going on, and just, I don't like old grimy cases. I'm kind of a prude with that too. It's just because if I got a nice edition next to it and I slide in one of the sticky case, it's going to ruin any movie I have next to it. So, with that being said, if you go on Amazon, you can buy new Blu-ray cases, and that's what I did. Brand new case. I just peeled the sleeve out and put it in here. Now look at that. Looks brand new. This is kind of a sci-fi horror movie, but yeah, good price. I couldn't pass it up. This was also a pretty good price, and I know like horror remakes and everything, even though this is more of a prequel, I kind of hate it. Along with CGI. I hate CGI. I'm a practical effects guy. Obviously, an 80s horror fan, but this is the prequel to John Carpenter's The Thing. And I've only seen this once, but to be honest, I think this is one of the best, like if you can consider it a remake or a reboot, this is one of the best ones I've ever seen. I love this movie. It explains a lot of fun stuff that happened before everything that went down in John Carpenter's version. And this was a pretty good price, too, so I'm pretty excited to check this one out. And I want to say this was a suggestion from Tim Williams, or at least I asked him about it. This is Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Obviously, you can never go wrong with Scream Factory releases. I'm not like the biggest werewolf movie fan, but I've been kind of getting into them a little bit lately. And honestly, this is one with just the artwork on here made me want to get it alone. And as you know, Scream Factory releases completely loaded with tons of special features. That's why it's worth it, honestly, to get a lot of these releases. I hear people saying, oh, you can stream it. Well, you can't stream every movie. I mean, sure, you can pirate the stuff. I mean, pay the people what they want. They made the movie, and when you get, especially with horror, there's so many special features in a lot of these Blu-rays that makes it all worth it. Grab all these at once. So, when I was sick with COVID, when I was first getting it, my plan was to rewatch the entire Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, which I got up to part 5. I think that's the remake. Yeah. I believe that's this one with Jessica Biel. This is the last one I watched, part 5, before I just completely went off the rails and was so sick. I could not listen to these chainsaws going off anymore. And to be honest, a lot of these movies aren't that good. That includes this one I picked up, Leatherface. And it's funny, I seen this as a kid, but like the artwork on here really pulled me back towards it. I'm like, I forgot how cool that looks. So I picked up Leatherface. And then I believe this is a direct sequel. But no, this one, this is where it gets so confusing. The Beginning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I believe this was a prequel to part 5, the remake. And then the funny thing is, I had 7 of these movies, and I thought, all right. And then I realized, oh, there's an 8th one, which is a direct sequel, I believe, to the original. The continuity is really all over the place. And this is a really messed up cover. I remember getting it in the mail I was so sick, and this cover made me feel like I was gonna puke. It's all holographic and everything, but I was gonna review these all one by one, but I ultimately had the goal to rank the entire series. So let me know if that's something you guys might be interested in, for me to rank the entire Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. Here's a really crazy looking one. I'm not the biggest Troma movie fan, but I had to get this movie after so long. The Honky Holocaust. Surprisingly, it looks like it's won a bunch of like horror movie awards at Indie Fest. So it's exactly what it sounds like. And I mean, obviously, I'm not racist in one way or another. So don't let the name title throw you off. I got plenty of weird titles. I got Necromantic. Doesn't mean I'm a fucking. You know what I'm getting at. It's all movies. And you know when you're into horror, sometimes you got to check out a little more exploitation stuff. Some really, really fucked up crazy shit. So I expect this one to be pretty wild. I plan to do a review on this one. I have to. This is one I was debating on for a while. I don't like newer horror movies, as you guys know. And newer for me is like anything in the last 20 years, because I'm just a straight 80s horror movie fan. But it's a Scream Factory release, so it's got to be somewhat good. The Funhouse Massacre. I really like the idea of this. Nice and simple, where a bunch of crazy serial killers escape from a mental institution, all enter this funhouse, and then the killing begins. So that sounds kind of fun. Sometimes less is more, and the easier you do with it in a horror, the better. That just sounds kind of fun for me. Now, last but not least, this is something I've been doing for a while, and I don't like really rebuying releases, but when I first started collecting, I didn't really know about Scream Factory, Arrow Video, and stuff like that. So when I bought the original Big Trouble in Little China, it was literally in the $5 bin at Walmart, and it's even cheaper on Amazon, like $3. But it's really like dry, no special features, no nothing. So I just went for it, and I bought the Steelbook. I'm not a big Steelbook guy, but it was this or like the Blu-ray Scream Factory copy, and I said, I love this movie. And I know this isn't really horror, but Kurt Russell, John Carpenter. I said, F it, I love this movie. I need the better version. And like I was saying, 2 discs, look at all those special features. That's why it's worth it a lot of times to collect the special the better editions, especially if it's a movie you really like. And this artwork on here is just great. This is a fun movie. I had a coworker ask me, what's it about? I'm like, it's a comedy, drama, kung fu, action. It's just crazy. This is such a good one. I'm really glad I picked up this edition. Glad to have this in my collection. Love this movie. And that's pretty much it. That's everything I've picked up in about the last month or so. I wasn't ordering a lot when I was sick, but yeah, that's what I picked up. Let me know if you guys want to see me rank all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Let me know if you want to see me review any of these. And if you got any suggestions for any movies I should pick up, or any opinions on the ones that I did for that matter, let me know. Other than that, life is good, man. Happy to be feeling better. I hope all you guys are feeling great. Other than that, enjoy your weekend. Blood, guts, gore. I will check you guys next time.